Hello, you little YouTubers. This is your friend, Velma Hagar. And here's looking at you, kid. I have good hot coffee this morning. You know, it's over time. I like to put out a video at least once a week. And you know, my subscribers are growing. So for those of you who are just signing up, thank you so much. Notice I have sunglasses on today. It's because my eyes are they squinch up closed. You know, hey, the only thing on my body that seems like it's 80 years old is my eyes. What the hey? I mean, I'm doing pretty doggone good. I turned 80 in 2 weeks, I think, something like that, pretty close. And everything's doing good. I thank God for that. But these eyes, so all right, keep praying for my eyes because you know what? One day, these eyes are going to be healed. We're going to find what's wrong with them. I believe that with all my heart. You have to stand and stay and believe what you've asked for. And that's kind of one of the things I want to talk to you about. It's about waiting on God. You know, I see so many people right now who are hurting. It's downright shocking how many people don't have jobs, don't have any money, they're hurting, they can't hardly work because their body hurts, just all kinds of things. And you know what? Look, first of all, in this world, you are going to have troubles. There's no getting around it. We are going to have troubles. Every one of us are going to have them. But it's sad, Jesus has overcome those troubles. But does it mean you're out of them? No, you have to go through them. Persevere and go through the issues you have to go through. Don't curl up in a ball, give up. You know what? That didn't work. I prayed. God doesn't hear me. No, none of that. All right? Stay with it. I'm not gonna laugh or make light of this right now because it's a very serious issue with a lot of people. They don't have jobs, they can't work, they don't have any money, their car broke down. I mean, it is just wild when I hear the things that people are going through. And you know, it isn't like I'm gonna say, just get over it. It's not like that. This is a hard issue, but keep trusting God. Don't think that your timing and your way is God's timing and God's way. God's ways are much higher than our ways. You don't know what he's doing. And, you know, count it all joy when you go through the fiery trials. Okay, you're in fiery trials. Count it joy and say, okay, God, let me learn what I need to learn. Because remember that one I just did recently that said, when are you going to get over your problems? When you learn what you're supposed to learn. There's something in every single trial that you are supposed to learn from. So, you know, stop and say to God, God, help me, especially if you've been going through it for a long time. Help me, God. What am I supposed to be learning here? Help me see what it is, Lord. And then help me get through it. You will get through it. I want to encourage you. You will. And the sooner you learn what you're supposed to learn, the sooner you get through it. Now, where jobs are concerned. All right, let me go back. Wait, I don't want to do with jobs yet. I want to stay with God's timing. Remember, to God, 1,000 years is like a day, and a day is like 1,000 years. Think of how bizarrely different that is from how we see it. We see a day as a day. To him, it might be 1,000 years. Or a day might be 1,000 years. I mean, that's how God sees time. So don't put a timetable on God. You never know how long it's going to take. And I know I've used the example of fruit on a tree before. You know, you can't go out there and say, well, let's get this fruit ripe. This fruit has to go through a process from a little bud, first from a little flower. It comes out as a little flower. Then it comes out as a little teeny bud. And then that little bud grows. And that little bud is real green though. And then pretty soon the bud turns into a piece of fruit and is colored in God's timing. That's the timing of God right there. The perfect timing of God. If you go out there and say, why isn't this fruit ripe yet? It's the same kind of thing you're doing when you're demanding that God get something done immediately. You know, there's so many other things involved in the answer to a prayer. It might be other people. It might be the timing of there's just so many things that could be part of the process. Let God finish his process. It's important. And just be patient. Be patient, especially if you have acknowledged God. If you've acknowledged him and you've asked him for something, then expect you will receive it, but not in your timing and not the way you thought. Sometimes we beat down a door that God is not going to go through. That's not the door you're going to go through. He's going to take you through another avenue. If you're going to let God do it, then let God do it. Quit trying to do it yourself. Once you've asked, once you've done all you know to do, that's what I want to say. That's the scripture. Hey, Google, volume down. That guy was trying to outsing me. Once you've done everything you know to do. Now, if you haven't done everything you know to do, I think Google thought I said hush up. No, he didn't. If I say hush, Google hushes. Okay, so once you've done everything you know to do, make sure you have done everything you know to do. But once you have, stop and wait on God. This is an important, really, really important wait on God, but not a moment before you've done all you know to do. I see people waiting on God when they haven't done anything. I'm waiting for God to bring me the right job. Get your butt out in the streets and find the right job. Get the newspaper. And even if it's not the right job, sometimes you got to do what you got to do till the right thing comes along. If you keep your hands moving, God will bless them. You can't just sit with folded hands and pray. Now, I'm a big believer in prayer, but God says he blesses the work of your hands, the work of your hands. Get your hands moving. Do something. And if you're waiting for God to bring you a job, get busy and find it. He'll direct your steps. You have to take the whole Bible and put it together. I watch more people waiting on God to drop pie out of the sky. He's not going to drop pie out of the sky. Now, does he do miracles? You betcha he does. Look at me. I said I wasn't going to get mad at you guys. But you know what? You get your butts busy and get out there and work. Do something. Wash windows, mow grass, pick berries, do something. Clean houses. Get busy doing something until God brings you the right job. Because he's not going to bring it to a lazy person. He's going to bring it to someone who's willing to work and do something they need to do. I call this, and sometimes you just do what we call side hustles. You know, okay, so you got a job, it's not paying enough. You still got debts. Okay, then get a side hustle going. You know, there's nothing wrong with, so you're working at a job and at night you're making phone calls for some remote company that does things remotely. There's nothing wrong with doing what you gotta do to make a go of it. Today, things are tough. I'm gonna tell you, I am even feeling the pinch. I never feel the pinch. Are you kidding? I'm going, you know, I have a certain amount of money that I get every month for myself to live on, and I live pretty doggone good. Lately, I've been running out of money before my money comes in again. I'm going, wait a minute. So you know what? Things are tough. I'm not denying that. We have inflation happening. So some of you are going to have to do side hustles. That's all there is to it. You know what? I did side hustles my whole life when I was raising my kids. I had my little shop that wasn't making any money, and I was doing everything I could think of. Selling Amway. I went to the swap meets and took stuff. I had yard sales. I did everything I knew to do to make extra money. And that's what you're going to have to do too. I talked almost 10 minutes and I'm not even done. This is my area, boy. Let me tell you. Talk to me about getting side hustles going, and I don't like to hear that you're sitting around waiting for God. I don't like to hear that. You know, you don't wait for God until you've done everything you know to do. And then I'll approve of you waiting for God. Otherwise, you get your butt out there. You find something. I don't care if it's perfect. You find what you can do right now. Got it? And then wait on God. You know, God's timing. He's different than ours. Now, my books. I only got one of, oh no, I got them here today. Hidden Treasures in Dark Places and Hidden Treasures in Secret Places. You're probably not there anyway. You probably hung up because it's been too long. But anyway, if you haven't, Amazon.com, Velma Hagar. And you know, until next time, you guys, I'll try to be a little bit more positive next time. Until next time, this is your friend, Velma Hagar, bidding you a blessed day. And subscribe if you haven't. Bye.